Mayong adlaw, I am Alex Colmenares, your Miss Universe Philippines Negros Occidental 2026, and I am a proud Mangkasana.
Good morning, Miss Alex. First of all, on behalf of the entire Carlota City PIO team, a massive congratulations.
Thank you so much, Miss Kei.
We have been following your journey from Masskara stage in 2022 to sweeping the awards at the Pasalamat Festival, and now finally seeing you wearing the Miss Universe Philippines Negros Occidental sash. So reading your post about your mother's birthday and the realignment of the universe really moved us. It feels like this moment wasn't just earned, it was written. So we're so honored to have the first official sit down with you as our queen. So how was your heart doing today?
My heart feels overwhelmed right now. I'm also feeling a little bit pressured, but it's fine. I feel overflowing with emotions. I'm so thankful for the Mangkasanons, to my family, to my clan team, to everyone who's been supporting me ever since I started in the pageant journey. So I guess I'm just happy right now and still preparing, but I'm just feeling all my emotions.
So we have here a few set of questions, Miss Alex. The very first question is, you mentioned that your ascension to the crown happened on your late mother's birthday. So most people will call that a coincidence, but you called it a realignment. So can you take us to the moment you got the call? What was the first thing you felt?
The call, it actually happened last year around November, if I'm not mistaken. There was a sudden call because the organization was trying to prepare me for something. Actually, I was already preparing for the Binibining Pilipinas, which is the first next step after my Miss Universe Negros Island journey. I wanted to venture into the national stage, try to see where my potential could bring me. So after I got the call and eventually the organization decided to put hold the coronation day on January 4. We had a meeting last December. I thought it's actually the mother's birthday, so for me, I wouldn't consider it as a coincidence. It feels like it was divinely timed for me. That's why I say it's a realignment. Because I really believe the universe will bring you to your place at your own perfect time. And that's what I hold on to.
Thank you, Miss Alex. The next is, La Carlota City has been behind you since your Pasalamat Festival sweep in 2024. Now that you are carrying the flag for the entire province, how are the Mangkasanons reacting? Do you feel the pressure has increased or do you feel more supported?
Well, recalling my days during Pasalamat Queen last 2024, I was also a first runner-up. Many people were also rooting for me, and after that, they were also trying to push me to different kinds of pageants and motivating me. But I wanted to take a rest. But after my Miss Universe journey, I felt more supported because they were always behind my back. No matter what happens, no matter what crowns or titles I won, they are still always rallying behind me, supporting me. No matter the negative comments I get online, I still see La Carleteños, Mangkasanons commenting behind my back and supporting me, believing in my potential. That and opposite good is already enough for me to feel motivated and still pursue my dreams.
We're so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And your new mantra is perseverance over perfection. Why did you choose that specific phrase? Is there a moment in your pageant journey where you felt you were too focused on being perfect and you lost yourself?
Well, as a beauty queen, it is sometimes mainstream or a stereotype to be perfect. So, of course, as a beauty queen myself, I would always focus on being a perfectionist, trying to perfect my physical beauty and everything between. But I believe it's too mainstream, and I wanted to think perseverance was more sustainable because if people see that you really work hard for something without giving up, that makes you a perfect human being as you are, but without forgetting your true core, your true self. You always have to get back to it because at the end of the day, you always have to go out there and be yourself because that's how people can see you're perfect enough. Okay.
I agree with you. But what you've said, that perseverance is really sustainable. Yes. Next question. In 2022, your advocacy was about raising awareness. Now you've spoken about collaboration with organizations. Which specific organizations in Negros do you plan to partner with? And what concrete projects can we expect in your first 100 days?
Maybe in my first 100 days, I'm looking to tap onto local organizations such as Felipe Negrense. This is an organization that focuses on children, and as a person who advocates for children's welfare, that's one of the first go-tos I would like to tap onto. And I'm also looking to tap on with Mind Nation PH. It's an organization that focuses on mental health. So maybe it's a good time to put out there in the social about mental health awareness, especially in the children, because I believe discipline is because I believe what makes us. I believe that it's better to really focus on our children first because that's how we make a stronger nation in the future. Our youth.
Yes, and you've mentioned about children's mental health. So the next question is, you advocate for children's mental health. We are now seeing the long-term effects of the pandemic lockdown on kids. So what is the biggest mental health challenge you see in Migrense children today that isn't being talked about enough?
That's one of the biggest issues that has been a taboo ever since. People nowadays, or even the youth, have so called emotional numbness because they try to keep it to themselves. I think it's very important that we put out that topic outside for people to be aware of because listening is the most important thing. Listen is the best way to discipline the children. That's what makes them stronger. If you listen to their emotions, to what they're feeling, rather than allowing them to suppress their feelings because that's what makes accidents happen that we don't want to occur. So listening to our children is the most important.
Thank you, Ms. Collins. So we're proceeding for the next part. Um, Nung Alex, we have to address the circumstances. You ascended to the title after the original winner resigned. Some critics might label you as the alternate or the second choice. So how do you respond to people who question the validity of your crown?
For me, people will always have something to say. No matter what I do, they will always have something to put out to their mouth. I believe that a second choice or being an option is a normal thing because I'm a first runner up. No matter pageants, what happens, if a queen can't fulfill, the next in line is out there to take the responsibility and to answer the call when the responsibility is given. So for me, I don't think it's a second choice or an option. I believe I'm just chosen at the right time because I'm just taking up and standing up for a responsibility when it is called.
So the previous winner, Maxine Luis Martin, was known for her strong political voice against corruption. Your brand is softer and more collaborative. So how do you ensure your voice is just as powerful even if your style is different?
Well, we have different styles as an individual. We advocate for different things. I think power is something that should not be put out there too much, too loud. No need to shout for people to know you're powerful. So regardless if my approach is more collaborative, I believe I stand firm as what I advocate for. So as again, I stand for children's welfare because I believe that making children grow to become stronger will help us build a stronger nation that could fight for societal issues in the future. Maybe the youth that we look for as the hope of our future is the only chance we could actually finally put an end to issues like corruption.
You were first runner-up in Pasalamat 2024 and first runner-up in Miss Universe Philippine Negros 2025. You are obviously consistent, but some might say that you lack that final spark to win outright on the first run. What have you changed in your performance to ensure that when you get to Manila, you don't just place, but you win?
Well, right now I don't focus on the title, but I just believe I have to serve the role that I was given. I have to go out there to be a spokesperson of my own province. So I'm looking into practicing and deepening my advocacy, practicing myself, I mean, especially pasarela, physical training and stuff, but also really preparing myself also mentally because I will get a lot of comments on the national stage. But as long as I serve my role, I serve my purpose out there, I bring myself out there, that's already enough for me. That's already a big encouragement.
You are now Miss Universe Negros Occidental. You are facing the giants of Manila, Cebu, and Davao. Can you complete this sentence, Miss Alex? The Philippines should look out for Alexandria Colmenares because
I believe the Philippines should look out for Alexandria Colmenares because I turned waiting into becoming. I turned my perseverance into power, and I'm most definitely ready for the universe.
and another few questions, Miss Alex. What is your message for our fellow Mangkasanons?
So, to my fellow Mangkasanons who are watching right now, I just want to say thank you so much, especially to the office of our mayor, Julio Landoni, to vice mayor and the SP office, to everyone who's working in the LGU, to my family who's watching me, and to Mangkasanons who are out there commenting and supporting me online. It's actually a great help. You know, social media is a lot to handle, but seeing them out there and supporting me makes my heart flutter. So I hope they carry with me and continue to pray for me as I walk in the national stage, carrying with me the full province, Negros Occidental.
And what is your message to Mayor Jono?
So, Mayor Jolo, thank you so much. You have been with me through my Miss Universe Negros Island journey. I would be able to be out there if it weren't for your support, especially financially. So, I hope for your continued support as I enter my Miss Universe Philippines journey in the nationals.
And lastly, Miss Alex, are you taken or not taken?
Secret. Showbiz.
Thank you, Miss Alex.
Thank